If you're a fan of amazing games and love a good deal, then you've chosen the perfect video to watch. Because I'm here to show you some of the best Steam games that are on sale right now. These titles are not only underrated and simply amazing, but also super affordable. If you're ready to discover your next favorite game, smash that like button and let's dive into these must-have titles before the sale ends. The Walking Dead is a unique story that hooks you from the very first minute. You play as Lee Everett, a regular guy with a complicated past who suddenly finds himself in a world overrun by zombies. A few minutes later, after the car accident, you will meet Clementine, a little girl who's lost her parents. Together, you will try to survive, meet other people, and figure out who you can trust and who's ready to betray you at any moment. The gameplay isn't about endless action or running from zombies. The main thing here is choices and consequences. Every conversation and decision genuinely affects how the story unfolds. Some people live, some don't, and sometimes the effects of your choices show up hours later. Sure, there are fights and zombie encounters, but they're more about raising the tension than being the focus. The main thing is to understand who you can trust, how to build relationships, and what to do when things go horribly wrong. Despite its name, The Walking Dead is not about zombies at all. It's about ordinary people looking out for each other, about making tough choices, and about holding on to humanity in a world where it's slowly dying. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is a third-person action-adventure game. It offers a fresh take on the beloved Marvel team, putting players in control of Star-Lord as the leader of a ragtag group of misfit heroes. Set in an original story, the game challenges players to manage the eccentric team as they navigate catastrophic events that threaten the galaxy. The story is driven by your leadership decisions, which can lead to humorous or surprising consequences. As the Guardians fight to save the universe, while uncovering new threats and encountering iconic Marvel characters. The gameplay combines fast-paced combat with emotional narrative moments. Star-Lord can utilize a variety of weapons, including element blasters and jet boots, and engage in dynamic combat, often working in tandem with other Guardians to execute powerful team-based attacks. While you only directly control Star-Lord, you can command the other Guardians in battle, adding a strategic layer to the action. The game's design also ensures that the bond between the Guardians is a central element, exploring their growth from misfits to superheroes. Severed Steel is an adrenaline-pumping, single-player first-person shooter with a unique twist. It's one-armed protagonist named Steel. This game combines fast-paced action with fluid acrobatic combat, heavily inspired by titles like Superhot and Hotline Miami. You chain together various stunts, creating a fluid and exhilarating combat experience. The game features a destructible voxel-based environment, ensuring that no two battles feel the same, as you can interact with surroundings to your advantage. The story follows Steel, who seeks revenge after being cast aside by the corporation Edensys, where she had worked her entire life. The game's mechanics emphasize strategic, slow-motion combat, bullet time, allowing you to plan out your moves and avoid damage in intense firefights. Additionally, the game includes a dynamic AI system that makes each encounter unpredictable and challenging. In The Evil Within 2, you step back into the fractured mind of Sebastian Castellanos, a broken man haunted by the death of his daughter Lily and drowning his grief in alcohol, when shockingly his former partner arrives, revealing that Lily is still alive, but she's stuck within another STEM-generated world called Union. Sebastian reluctantly returns to this simulated nightmare to find her. As you inhabit Sebastian's world, you'll traverse the illusion of Union, a once idyllic American town, now falling apart around you. The simulation warps sanity and space. Rooms shift inexplicably, familiar scenes twist into uncanny architecture, and reality becomes fluid. Stealth is indispensable. You'll often sneak past cut-down corpses or slip behind shrieking monstrosities to neutralize them quietly. But when stealth fails, you resort to crude weaponry, from shotguns that blast enemies into gore, to crossbows with specialized bolts. You'll need to use whatever you can find to survive in this place. Strained paternal devotion, guilt-driven determination, and a fragile sense of hope transform Sebastian from a haunted wreck into a man rebuilding meaning amid collapsing illusions. Curse of the Dead Gods casts you as an adventurer, drawn to a cursed temple in pursuit of unimaginable wealth and immortality. This sprawling labyrinth is fraught with peril. You are tasked with navigating this treacherous environment, utilizing a diverse array of weapons to fight myriad threats lurking within. Strategic use of light and fire is essential to overcome the shadows that conceal numerous dangers. As you delve deeper, you will encounter a variety of enemies, including formidable champions and deadly bosses, each presenting unique challenges that test your combat prowess and tactical acumen. A distinctive feature of this journey is the accumulation of curses with each progression. These curses introduce unpredictable elements, altering gameplay dynamics and requiring you to adapt your strategies continually. Embracing or resisting these curses adds layers of complexity and replayability, ensuring that no two expeditions are alike. The pursuit of riches and power is fraught with peril, as each death prompts a return to the temple's entrance. Vampyr is an action role-playing game. Set in London during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, you will assume the role of Dr. Jonathan Reed, a renowned sergeant who has been turned into a vampire. As Reed, you will navigate the dark and atmospheric streets of London, torn between the duty to heal the citizens and the insatiable thirst for blood. The game offers a semi-open world environment divided into 4 districts, each teeming with characters who have their own backgrounds and daily routines. You can choose to uphold your Hippocratic oath by treating and healing citizens, which can improve district health and provide valuable information, or give in to your vampiric nature, feeding on citizens to gain strength and unlock various powerful abilities. Combat involves a combination of melee and ranged weapons, as well as supernatural vampire powers, allowing you to confront various enemies, including vampire hunters and other supernatural creatures. The narrative is deeply influenced by player choices, with multiple endings that reflect the moral decisions made throughout the game. BLACKTAIL is a first-person action-adventure game that draws inspiration from Slavic folklore, particularly the legend of Baba Yaga. The open-world environment is a beautifully detailed representation of Slavic folklore, filled with dense woodlands, serene lakes, and ancient ruins. Throughout her adventure, Yaga encounters a variety of characters, each with their own quests and insights into the forest's mysteries. Every choice you make shapes your abilities and alters the course of the narrative, offering multiple endings based on your moral decisions. Yaga's abilities are rooted in both archery and witchcraft. She can craft various types of arrows and potions from the resources she collects. Challenging boss battles against powerful spirits require both combat skill and puzzle solving, as Yaga must adapt and harness the full range of her powers. As Yaga delves deeper into the forest, she faces manifestations of her memories, piecing together the events that led to her exile. The story explores themes of morality, personal growth, and the impact of choices, offering a compelling and immersive journey where every decision shapes the world around you. Resident Evil 2 transports you to a nightmarish version of Raccoon City, where a catastrophic viral outbreak has transformed its citizens into ravenous zombies. You will navigate this perilous environment through the eyes of 2 distinct characters: Leon Kennedy, a rookie police officer on his first day, and Claire Redfield, a college student in search of her missing brother, Chris. Their intertwined stories offer varied perspectives on the city's descent into chaos, with each character facing unique challenges and uncovering different facets of the unfolding horror. You have to scavenge for limited ammunition and health supplies, making every encounter a test of strategy and nerve. The introduction of formidable foes, such as the relentless Mr. X, heightens the tension, keeping you on edge all the way to the ending credits. Call of the Sea. In the 1930s, Nora embarks on a quest across the South Pacific to uncover the fate of her husband's ill-fated expedition. Upon reaching a remote island, she finds herself surrounded by dense jungles, strange natural formations, and the lingering presence of a long-forgotten civilization. The island holds many secrets, waiting to be unraveled. Each new discovery brings her closer to understanding what happened while revealing more about her own past. The game blends an immersive narrative with exploration, allowing players to piece together the island's secrets. Every step forward leads Nora down a path of self-discovery, offering a unique and thought-provoking journey through a world full of mystery, wonder, and hidden truths. The game Ascent is set in Veles, a massive cyberpunk arcology where corporate rule has crumbled, leaving the city in chaos. As an indentured worker, you are caught in the power struggle between factions vying for control, forcing you to fight for survival while uncovering the truth behind the Ascent Group's sudden collapse. Combat features twin-stick shooting with cover mechanics, allowing you to wield a variety of firearms, explosives, and cybernetic abilities. Destructible environments add a tactical edge, while character customization lets you enhance your skills through cyberware upgrades and stat progression. Veles is a sprawling metropolis filled with neon-lit streets, bustling markets, and high-tech corporate zones. Whether exploring solo or in co-op, you will encounter ruthless enemies, shifting alliances, and a world shaped by power and conflict. Hatred tells the story of a man consumed by a deep, burning rage against the world around him. Driven by a desire to wreak havoc, he sets out on a brutal path through an unforgiving cityscape, leaving destruction in his wake. Armed with an arsenal of weapons, the protagonist moves through urban environments that respond to his violence. Walls crumble, cars explode, and the environment bends under the weight of the rampage. Survival depends on swift, brutal confrontations, where replenishing vitality comes from ruthless executions. Every encounter grows more intense as forces try to stop the relentless assault, escalating tension throughout the journey. The visual style is harsh and bleak, dominated by shades of black and white, with stark bursts of red, marking moments of violence. The experience is a dark descent into chaos, a raw exploration of vengeance and despair that challenges conventional ideas of morality and storytelling in games. Barotrauma is probably one of the most unusual survival games out there. You're not just thrown underwater. You're sent straight into the nightmare depths beneath the ice of Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. There's no sky, no land, just a cold, endless ocean filled with strange creatures, abandoned structures, and dark secrets. You're part of a submarine crew running missions between half-ruined outposts. Sometimes it's quiet, but the moment you let your guard down, everything goes to hell. The hull starts cracking under pressure, someone's stuck in an airlock, and there's something moving on the radar. In those moments, you're not a hero, just a person desperately trying to keep this metal coffin from becoming your grave. What's great is that every role on the submarine actually matters. Someone's managing power, someone's patching holes, someone's keeping everyone alive. The game constantly keeps you on edge. You never know what's waiting on the other side of the door. And the deeper you dive, the more apparent it becomes that these missions are just one thread in a bigger story. You stumble upon ancient ruins, mysterious artifacts, and signs of a forgotten civilization. To uncover the truth, you and your crew must work together, but beware, because the unspeakable horrors that lurking in the depths are already waiting for you. You awaken to a surge of paranormal disturbances, the firehouse alive with renewed purpose. As a freshly recruited Ghostbuster, guided by two legendary mentors, you're drawn into a story where a fractured relic blurs the boundary between realms, tethering a malevolent presence to someone close. To free them, you venture into an otherworldly rift, following cryptic clues from a sentient tome. Your journey unfolds through shifting encounters where you take on two radically different roles. As a Ghostbuster, you track the unseen with specialized detection tools, unleash proton streams, tether restless spirits, and seal them away while calming terrified civilians and rescuing allies who've been slimed. Switch perspectives and you become the ghost, possessing objects, stirring chaos and sliming opponents while drawing strength from haunted surroundings. The game is pure chaos, wrapped in the world of this cult franchise. The maps brim with interactive details, and the stark contrast between how each side plays leaves no room for boredom. It's a fun, fast-paced, and endlessly replayable multiplayer experience that can easily keep you hooked for dozens of hours. In Resident Evil 4, players step into the shoes of Leon Kennedy, a government agent tasked with rescuing Ashley Graham, the president's daughter, who has been kidnapped by a dangerous cult. Upon reaching a remote village in rural Spain, Leon discovers that the inhabitants have fallen under the control of a parasitic infection, turning them into aggressive, mindless followers. As Leon delves deeper into the village and beyond, he uncovers the cult's sinister plans to unleash the parasite on a global scale, threatening humanity's very survival. The game revitalizes the survival horror genre with a third-person perspective, allowing for more precise and tactical combat. The over-the-shoulder camera gives players a more dynamic view, enabling Leon to aim directly at specific parts of an enemy's body to exploit weaknesses. One of the key features is the parry system, where Leon can use his knife to block incoming attacks, offering players a moment to turn the tide during intense encounters. Resident Evil 4 combines heart-pounding moments with psychological suspense, keeping players constantly alert and ready for whatever the village and its horrors throw at them. Mandragora, Whispers of the Witch Tree, drops you into a world where magic has long become dangerous, and the mistakes of past events keep echoing through everything that happens. The story unfolds through dialogues, discoveries, and moral choices, showing that every action matters and affects the world around you. Secrets reveal themselves gradually, and your decisions don't just change events, they shape how the whole story ends. The gameplay mixes exploring interconnected areas with finding hidden paths and returning to familiar places once you've gained new abilities. Combat demands attention and timing. Dodging, parrying, and hitting at the right moment, everything matters. Different classes and a talent tree let you combine abilities to create your own unique fighting style. Formidable bosses test your focus and combat prowess, while crafting and gathering resources add a strategic layer and make exploring the world feel more thoughtful. The endings depend on all the choices you make, showing how every decision molds this cursed world and seals the destiny of those who live in it. After a forced landing on a radiation-scorched planet, Jan Dulski finds himself utterly alone. Rescue is days away, and a burning sun creeps closer with every passing minute. In a last-ditch effort to survive, he activates an experimental device aboard his mobile base and creates alternate versions of himself. Not clones, but living branches of his life that could have been. The engineer he never became, the medic he abandoned, the coward, the optimist, the cynic. Each alter brings something different. Unique skills, memories, and heavy burden, and with them, a chance to push forward. The mobile base must constantly move to outrun the lethal sunlight, and that means building, mining, powering up systems, and gathering rare materials in a race against time. But survival is never just about tools and timers. Inside the base, tensions simmer. The alters aren't just helpers. They argue, resist, break down. One may question your choices, another might spiral into depression. Keeping them alive isn't just about food or meds, it's about trust and choices that can't be undone. As the journey unfolds, deeper questions surface. When the alters begin to suffer from instability and decay, you will be able to decide, cure or erase them for the greater good. The closer the end comes, the more it's clear. This isn't about escape, it's about who you are, who you could have been, and whether there's peace in facing all those versions of yourself. In Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, you take on the role of Frank West, a freelance photojournalist who sneaks into the quarantine town of Willamette, chasing the story of a lifetime. His destination is the massive Willamette Parkview Mall, now flooded with hordes of the undead. Frank must uncover the cause of the outbreak, rescue stranded survivors, and document the madness with his camera. The remaster breathes new energy into the classic, with enhanced visuals powered by the RE engine. The mall feels even more alive and dead. Controls have been modernized, making movement and aiming far smoother, while the once brutal save system has been softened with autosaves and checkpoints. Survivors are smarter too, making rescues less of a gamble. Necesse throws you onto a tiny island in the middle of a huge, unexplored world. At first, you've got almost nothing, just a few tools and the will to survive. You begin small, gathering resources, building a shelter, exploring nearby lands. But soon you discover there's way more out there. Countless islands, deep caves, and strange places full of surprises waiting to be discovered. Over time, survival becomes something bigger. You begin inviting settlers, building a village, and assigning everyone a role. Before you even notice, your little camp has grown into a lively town that truly feels like home. But peace doesn't stay for long here. Enemies attack, bosses show up, and you've got to defend everything you've built. Winning feels great, and losing only makes you want to come back stronger. This game doesn't hand you a story. You build it yourself. And that's what makes Necesse so special. Everything you've achieved, you've truly earned. That's it for today's Steam special offers. I hope you found some amazing discounts to grab while you can. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel even more, grab me a coffee over at Buy Me a Coffee, link in the description. Catch you in the next one, and thanks for the support.